Good evening and thanks for joining us. Your child's classroom may have an interesting addition when school starts later on this month.
6 schools in the Tuscaloosa County school system from elementary to high school are updating their personal technology policy to allow things like cell phones, tablets, even laptops into the classroom. As WVUA's Victoria Sheehan shows you, people have a lot of different opinions about this change in policy.
Tuscaloosa County officials hope this change in policy can be used for educational purposes, but not everybody is convinced that will work.
It can be very distracting.
I mean, it can be possible, but I don't think children will use it in the right way because it's so distracting at times.
According to Tom Perryman, coordinator of technology for Tuscaloosa County Schools, it will be up to the schools to define what falls under appropriate technology usage, but one high school student isn't sure how it will be regulated.
I don't think it's that great of an idea. I think it's going to be overused, and people are going to be using it for maybe text people.
They definitely could, yeah, but they'd have to have supervision the whole time, I would think, especially the younger elementary age.
Despite the unknowns, technology and education combining forces is something that many people believe holds endless possibilities.
That's scary, yeah. That's cool though. It's cool seeing what. I mean, textbooks will probably be on iPads and stuff by then, which maybe it'll make it cheaper.
I thought it was a pretty good idea at first because, I mean, I'm really into technology. I use my tablet to help me do my homework. I think it's nice to be able to, I would be able to use that in school.
Well, I'm not for it or against it right now, but I think it'll be helpful in some aspects, but I think it's a big distraction.
Time will tell if policies like this one will be implemented in more schools. Reporting in Tuscaloosa County, Victoria Sheehan, WVUA News.
And now a special programming note for you this evening. Next Thursday, August 16th, Dan Butler, interim superintendent of the Tuscaloosa County Schools, will join us. He'll talk more about this new policy and how parents can help their children have a successful school year. That's on WVUA News at 5.
On your education watch, academic progress and financial funding. State education leaders say 3/4 of Alabama schools are reaching adequate yearly progress, also known as AYP. But Governor Robert Bentley is not a fan of the No Child Left Behind grading scale, which is what AYP is based on. He says while it's true that the underperforming schools are improving, it's at the expense, he says, of higher achieving students not performing as well. State school finances are also a major focus when it comes to Alabama's future. And Governor Bentley says the economy is the biggest driving force when it comes to education. He says as long as the cash flow, as long as the cash flow stays strong, education funding will not face proration.
As long as we have an increase in sales tax, income tax, use taxes, utility taxes, when those are up, we have plenty of money in education.
And Bentley says he sees the education budget growing by some $400 million by the next fiscal year. The Tuscaloosa Mayor Walt Maddox has received the honor of Citizen of the Year.
That honor came from the Alabama Broadcasters Association. The ABA honored Maddox for the leadership he showed following the April 27, 2011 tornado. Organizers say Maddox represented the entire state well when he appeared in the national media, organized community groups, and put a plan into motion to restore the city. The association says Maddox demonstrated what it means to be an Alabamian at their best, when things are at their best, and when things are at their worst. New at 6, a push for a presidential pardon for former Governor Don Siegelman. Dana Siegelman, his daughter, has created an online petition asking President Obama to grant Siegelman clemency. The petition says Siegelman was wrongfully convicted on government corruption charges, and it asked the president to restore justice. So far, there are more than 1,200 signatures. She created the petition after a federal judge resentenced Siegelman to 6.5 years in prison. The petition is hosted on the website change.org.
Now an update to a story that we've been following for you in the Brown Circle community of Tuscaloosa. A rat-infested tree is officially gone. Volunteers stepped in to help finance the tree's removal earlier this week. Since the tree sat on multiple properties, homeowners joined together to cover the stump removal costs, and today the stump was officially removed. Alfred Jones helped with this project and told us even though the tree is no longer standing, they are still keeping a close eye out for those unwelcomed pests.
We're watching because there are holes, and if they show up somewhere else, we're still going to continue to say we see rat holes and we'll be responsible for that. But they went somewhere, but we are constantly vigilant on watching where the rats are going to.
And Jones also told WVUA that he is thankful for the support of the community and shining a light on this problem and for helping the neighbors find a solution.
A gazebo that once stood on the property of Partlow Developmental Center has a new home. A dedication ceremony was held today at the Tuscaloosa Regional Airport. The McRae family purchased the gazebo several years ago for use at Partlow while their son was a resident. They got permission from the Alabama Department of Mental Health to relocate it after the center closed. The gazebo now sits in a spot where the community can watch airplanes as they arrive and take off.
The symbolism is even greater than the structure. And so I'm glad that we were able to work with them to save this gazebo, preserve its memory, and hopefully have, dozens of people a week still enjoy its use.
An engraved marker with the gazebo reads, "God watch over all the children who lived at Partlow and the dedicated workers who loved them." A Tuscaloosa landmark is standing tall once again over the Druid City.
Krispy Kreme's new sign has taken its place at the new facility. Construction crews installed the new sign using a crane on Thursday afternoon. Krispy Kreme owner Evan Smith told us they're in the process of hiring new employees and getting in the new equipment to start making those donuts. And Smith also told us that their target date for opening is set for Tuesday, August the 21st. The wait is almost over for a legendary country music star to come to Tuscaloosa's amphitheater.
Tomorrow, Merle Haggard will take the stage along with special guest Jamie Johnson. Haggard has had a long career full of hits, including 38 #1 songs. Some of his biggest songs include Mama Tried and That's the Way Love Goes. He'll take the stage tomorrow at 7 p.m. Tickets are still on sale. They start at $25. And coming up later this month, it's legendary blues artist B.B. King. He'll tune up Lucille for their big night on Saturday, August 25th. Then Friday, August 31st, Chicago and Kool and the Gang will kick off the big Labor Day weekend.